so sorry for things I've done. You are my Allah, the only one.
The purpose of this life is to worship Allah. This life is a test for all of us. Will we worship Him or will we forget about Him? This is where our focus has to begin.
Winter is coming. Across the world, we are caring for thousands of orphans and refugees who urgently need winter survival kits. Without them, they could freeze to death. You can provide a winter survival kit for an orphan from just £30. Call 0121 446 5682 or go to islamichelp.org.uk. Let's keep them warm this winter. Donate now.
The things we see, the places we go, the people we love, all of these bring spiritual balance to our lives. At Sunamusk, our fragrances are designed to stir up the spirituality in all of us. Sunamusk are more than fragrances. They conjure up the original emotions captured by the old masters. Sunamusk, everlasting fragrance.
Burgerster Brothers. Extraordinary gourmet burgers. Now open in Piccadilly Circus.
Are you ready for this winter? Turning up the thermostat, running a warm bath, pouring yourself a hot drink. We're all ready for winter. Unfortunately, others are not. Thousands of orphans need your help to survive the winter. Your donation will provide an orphan with a warm winter coat, a hat, a scarf, gloves and winter shoes. Call 03000 121 121 to donate £30 now.
Ilma is an exciting Islamic lifestyle e-magazine exploring religion, spirituality, social issues, health, culture, world cuisine and style. With a global readership of over 100,000, Ilma is now available to download as a brand new app on your tablet or smartphone. You can enjoy all this fantastic educational content from the palm of your hand. Ilma magazine brought to you by the Dawah Project, spreading Islam through digital media. For more information and advertising opportunities, please call 0207 330 1744.
Save up to 70% off in K Furniture's winter sale. Buy this pair of Shanghai recliner sofas for $899 and get this recliner chair free. Absolutely free. Gift an extending dining table with 6 chairs. Now only $399. This elegant white gloss 4-door 2-drawer wardrobe for $299. Buy this Buckingham double bed with 2 drawers for $299 and get a 1,000 pocket spring mattress and headboard free. Stores at Cricklewood, Harrow and Hatch End. Or order online at kfurniture.co.uk.
Once-in-a-lifetime educational and historical tour in Umrah. Join me, Ajmal Masood, for a unique insight into the 3 holiest sites of Islam, Al-Aqsa, Makkah and Medina. Visit key places of importance in Jerusalem, Jordan, Medina, Makkah, and exclusive tour of Taif, Arabian night dinner, 5-star hotels. Yes, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, not to be missed. Halim, limited seats. Book now on 020-3540-6355.
Compelling Records presents Hamza Shuaib and his debut album Return to Allah, featuring his new single Road of Life.
Path of a life on this road of a life.
A to Z.
I, inshallah, will visit the city of Rasulullah.
And the title track Return to Allah, available online and in stores now. Return to Allah.
This program is funded by the Dawah Project subscribers.
Now on Islam Channel, Islamica.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to viewers to our program Islamica, and I'm your host Abdul Majid Ali. In alhamdulillahi nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulil kareem, amma ba'd. Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah give us sincerity to speak the truth in the light of the Quran and the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to understand them, to accept them in the hearts and to implement them in our life. Today, before we can take your calls, I would like to advise that why it is important for every Muslim to seek knowledge of Islam, to seek knowledge of his or her deen. Number 1, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in Surah Tawbah, chapter 9, verse 122, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, فَلَوْلَا نَفَرَ مِنْ كُلِّ فِرْقَةٍ مِّنْهُمْ طَائِفَةٌ لِيَتَفَقَّهُوا فِي الدِّينِ وَلِيُنذِرُوا قَوْمَهُمْ إِذَا رَجَعُوا إِلَيْهِمْ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَحْذَرُونَ. This is chapter 9, verse 122, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has, in other words, it's command to the believers that there should be one person from every house to come out and go and seek knowledge of the deen, and then after that he or she has to come back to teach their own people and warn them against the punishment of Allah. Similarly, there's another hadith in Sunan ibn Majah, which is reported by Anas ibn Malik in book 1, volume 1, and the hadith number is 229, where Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam has said, Talabul ilmi faridatun ala kulli Muslim. The seeking of knowledge is fard upon every Muslim. Now people might be thinking seeking of knowledge is only, to become alim or to become scholar and to become da'i or to come, coming on TV and presenting the Islamic shows. No. طلب العلم فريضة على كل Muslim. It is compulsory upon every Muslim to seek knowledge of his or her deen. Why? We say that we are Muslims. So what is the difference between Muslim and a non-Muslim? If he or she does not know the knowledge of this, then there's no difference. Number two, we say that we believe in Islam. What does that mean? Believing in Islam and believing in other religion, how can you differentiate that? And when we say, yes, we believe in Islam, and what is Islam and what are the pillars of Islam, we normally say Shahadatain, Salah, Siyam, Hajj, Zakat, and fasting. Salah, Siyam, Zakat and Hajj with Shahadatain. So we say these are the 5 pillars. And this is where we are different from the non-Muslims. Non-Muslims does not have to say Shahada, doesn't have to pray 5 times a day, doesn't have to fast, doesn't have to go for Hajj, or doesn't have to give Zakat. So these are the minimum requirements for a person to be a Muslim and to follow Islam. And finally, we say that we believe in Allah. There are 6 pillars of Iman. Believing in Allah, believing in angels, believing in the messengers and books of Allah, and also believing in the Qadar, and also believing in the Qiyamah. These are not the requirements for the non-Muslims. These are the requirements for the Muslim. And to know all of them, we should have the knowledge of Islam. Otherwise, there is no difference between us and the non-Muslims. Yes, can we take a first caller? No callers? Okay, alhamdulillah. So, based on this, we can see, like for example, even the people, those who are praying, when they say Shahada, what does that mean? If we say that you believe in Allah, even the non-Muslims, they say that the Muslims believe in Allah. And in other words, they also say they also believe in God. And they can give a different name, Paramatma or Ishwar or Jesus or this or that. They give different names, but they also believe. Is their belief in Allah or God or Ishwar or Jesus, and we as Muslims believe in Allah, is same? If no, then how to distinguish that? And who will distinguish it? It's those who have the knowledge of right and wrong, Islam and non-Islam. So this is the reason, my brothers and sisters, if we don't know this, subhanallah. Okay, can I take a caller? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. I can't hear. Yes? Yes, my brother.
Yes. Yes, I want to ask a question because...
Please turn down the volume of your TV.
Yes. Yes, my brother. Yes, I want to ask a question because...
What's your question, my brother? Can I take a next call? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes, my brother.
Yes, Sheikh, please, I have a couple of questions.
Yes.
One, is it permissible for one to invest in bonds, government bonds, and use the interest of the bonds to do other things, not necessarily getting reward or anticipating reward from
So
that?
you are certain that they use your investment in things that will generate interest?
Yes.
Then it's not permissible.
Okay.
The investment itself is not permissible.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your next question?
My second question is, when you come to the mosque and during Jama'ah prayer, you probably are late, maybe praying Zuhur, and you meet them praying Asr. What do? Do you say yours or you join them to pray?
Based on this, there are 2 opinions. Either you just pray with the intention of Zohar and join them, and when they finish their Asr, you can complete your Asr afterwards, or you can start with the intention of Asr with them, the way they were praying, and then you can pray your Zohar afterwards. So both are all right, but and there is no difference if your intention is of Zohar and the Imam's intention is Asr. There is no difference in that. It is permissible because Mu'adh bin Jabal, hadith in Bukhari, he used to lead his people in his village after he has already prayed Isha with Rasulullah. And these people who were praying behind him, they were praying Isha behind him with the intention of Isha, and he would pray as a nafil prayer. So intention is not necessary to be the same. So your intention and Imam's intention can be different, but you can join in the Jama'ah with the intention of Zohar, even if they are praying Asr. What's your next question?
Oh, thanks very much. My final question is it permissible for me to join Imam or someone who has already joined the Imam in the prayer?
You mean to say like somebody was praying with the Imam and the Imam finished, so he started to complete his prayers, yes?
Yes, right.
And then you joined him as an Imam with him with the intention that he will become your Imam?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Inshallah.
Thank you very much, Sheikh.
Barakallah fiqh. Yes, can I take a next caller? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Yes, my sister.
Yes, basically two questions. Could you just explain the clothing for women, like, the modest way of dressing in Islam? Because some people are saying it just has to be jilbabs, or some people are like wearing loose trousers and loose tops.
My sister, to be, sorry to cut you off, but the purpose behind the modest dress for the women or for the men is to avoid the temptation from opposite sex. So if a person is wearing the dress or the clothing to draw the attention of the opposite sex, then whatever the dress he or she may be wearing, it's haram in Islam. Because hadith in Sahih Muslim, it says that on the day of judgment in the hell, there will be men and women who will be put into the hell and they will be scratching their bodies. These were those people who were adorning themselves to attract the attention of the opposite sex. So that way, alhamdulillah, even if you wear normal jilbab or normal clothing, but your intention is to cover your body and your body should not be exposed to the opposite sex, which could create temptation in his heart, an evil intention, or like fitna, then that's fine. You can wear any dress which should be a dress that is worn normally by the women. What's your next question?
The second question is if you could explain the importance of family ties, and who, when they say you shouldn't break ties with families and things, and then if the other side of the family doesn't want to know you, just basically if you enlighten us on that, please.
Inshallah. Barakallah fiki. Yes, do we have other callers? Okay. Yes, can I take a next caller? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Sheikh.
Yes, my sister.
Please, I need to clarify this issue and also seek for your advice. I found out that in Surah Nisa that when a man died, that if the parents are alive, the wife and the kids, they all have share out of his wealth. I find that today, but I want to clarify a situation whereby me as a wife, my husband and I, we are living together. We share our wealth. That is, we build everything together. I live with him. So in a situation of, may Allah forbid that I lost him, how do I fit that house? Will I have to tell the parents that we add this wealth together, they should wait, or should I deny the parents from not getting it? I don't know how to fit such situation out, because I don't live independently. We live together.
So what's the problem with you? You said you are living together, but you are sharing bed. What is that?
Yes, we are living together.
Yes, and
I'm not financially independent.
Okay.
On my own.
Yes.
So we both receive the same salary, but we plan together with it. So even if we are building, it's just both of us. I don't have anything on my own. We do things together.
Yeah. So what is?
I found that.
No. What is your main question? What is your main question?
So the question now is it advisable as a Muslim that God forbid, when he dies, I will not. Will I stop the parents from getting anything from the wealth?
Whose wealth is that? Your husband's wealth.
Yes, yes.
So that is your share. Allah has already given your share in Surah An-Nisa. So what's the problem with that?
The problem here is that we both live together. We both make this wealth together. How do we differentiate it then? Because now we both make this wealth together.
I know. I understood that. You know, after the death of your husband, whatever is the wealth of your husband is from that you will get your share. But what was mixed with your husband as you as a partner, that is separate. That is yours. It is nothing to do with the inheritance or the share of the husband that the wife gets after he dies. That is different. And your partnership or whatever the amount that you have put in the wealth, you have to make a record of everything that you have shared with your husband, which is your wealth, that you have to have a proof for that this is yours. So when the sharing is done after the death of your husband, whatever is divided now, first you will take your share completely, which is as a partner, not as a widow. No, as a partner your share will be separated, and then what is left after that of your husband, from there you will get the share what a wife should be getting according to Surah An-Nisa. Barakallah fi. Can I take a next call? Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Yes, my sister.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I'm currently pregnant. I have two questions, sorry.
Yes.
I'm currently pregnant and I skipped 6 fasts during the month of Ramadan. And
You have missed it. You have missed the 6th fast, okay?
Yeah, during the month of Ramadan due to natural causes.
Okay.
And I'm not supposed to give back till next year around September.
Okay.
So I don't know what I'm going to do exactly.
See, alhamdulillah, Allah has given you the concession. Allah has given you the concession in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, and the verse is 185, 184 and 185. Allah has given you the concession. And also the hadith in Sunan Abu Dawud, being a pregnant woman and then you will be a breastfeeding woman, and also you may fall into menstrual cycle. So all that, to avoid all that kind of thing, first of all, I can advise you that with regards to your health, you can discuss with the doctor that is fasting will be beneficial for you or can be possible for you to fast without harming yourself and your child. Then you can fast, but that has to be, after discussing with your GP or your midwife, whatever the nurse who is guiding you about the health. This is one thing. Second thing, Islam has given you the concession that you don't have to make them up, whatever the days you have missed. All that you have to do is that you can just give one meal for one day to one poor person. That means if you have got 6 days missed, then you can feed 6 poor people normal meal that you eat. Normal one meal that you eat, that is the meal that is to be given to one poor person or 6 poor people at one time, and that will be for your 6 days that you have missed and nothing more. In future, if Allah blessed you with the health and there is no problem for your menstrual cycle, and if you have no problem with your breastfeeding or pregnancy, and if you want to make them up, then inshallah you can do that, but it won't be required of you because you have already paid the ransom for that. And the sister was asking about the ties. My brothers and sisters, today our relationship has become based, like a materialistic thing. If we are benefiting people for the something that is in the form of helping them financially and looking after them, or whatever the means that we do, we help them, then only they keep the ties with us. Otherwise, there is no ties, based on Islam. But as far as you or me as Muslims, we are concerned, we have to keep up the ties even with those who are breaking with us. That's compulsory, and it is important, and it will be a serious discussion between Allah and the one who has broken the ties in this dunya on the Day of Judgment. So there will be a serious argument between Allah and this person who has broken the ties. So we have to keep up the ties even with those who are breaking the ties with us, from us. But only the way where you find that your relationship can create more problem for them, or their relationship can create problem for you, your children, your husband, then alhamdulillah you can take a distance, but not like in a way to insult them or be rude to them. You still have to be good to them, inshallah. Yes, can I take a next call? Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh,
Wa
brother.
alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Can I just ask you, my friend, she is asking me, she can't call, she's just asking me to ask you, can she travel to the other country without mahram, to her in-laws? If her husband is accompanying her, and then she's just going to the other country, to her in-laws, can she go to her in-laws and stay there?
But is she going with her husband?
No, without husband, and husband is insisting her to go to her sister-in-law, to his sister or her sister-in-law.
So is there any problem there?
Yeah, because they have some conflict, and now they are patching up, and there's a wedding of her sister-in-law's son.
See, first of all, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has prohibited for the woman to travel even for Hajj alone by herself. Hajj, which is compulsory.
Okay.
For, the relationship and the ties and this and the other things comes afterwards. But the first thing comes the obligatory ibadah. A man was registered for battlefield, and Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked him, "Where is your wife?" He said, "My wife has gone for Hajj, and I have registered myself for the battlefield as a soldier." Prophet ﷺ said, "Cancel your trip or cancel your registration and join your wife in her Hajj traveling." So this is very important for us, that for a woman to travel without any mahram is not permissible, one thing. Second thing, if they have got issues where the woman can be in trouble staying in in-laws' house, then definitely her deen comes first, and then comes the relationship. And man has to understand that, and if he doesn't understand that, then there has to be a proper counseling between this man, this woman and her family, and even the scholar should get involved to help this situation, inshallah. Yes.
Okay, inshallah.
Yeah. Barakallah.
Brother, can you just talk to my husband? He has one a question.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay,
No problem,
thank you.
inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes, brother.
Sheikh, I want to find out about the wall. To know how do you determine the time of Zawal, and what is the reason for Zawal?
Yes, Zawal is normally, because now in this country you can't see the shadow properly, you can't see the sun appearing, but the way Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has guided us, it is very simple and very clear, because it was in Saudi Arabia, and the sun was very bright, and the days and nights are very clear. So Prophet ﷺ has said, when your shadow is under your feet, the Zawal starts from there. The moment the sun is inclining towards the sunset direction, to the Maghrib direction, the Zawal time starts from there. And after that, once the Zawal has started, then you can pray. After that, you can pray your Zohar, and after that you can pray. So this is the Zawal. I don't know what kind of Zawal you have a question, or what specific as a reason you want. But in this country, we cannot decide that way. So in this country, the Zawal is maybe like 20 minutes before the Adhan. 20 minutes before the Adhan of Zohar, the Zawal starts. So you have to be careful that between this time and the Adhan time, keep a gap of 20 minutes and don't pray anything. Barakallah fiqh. Yes, can I take a next caller? Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, brother.
Yes, brother. Basically, I have a question.
Yes.
I work in a hospital, and the hospital, there is a chapel. And there is a specified area as written as Muslim prayer area, right?
Yes.
We do prayer sometime in Jamaat and sometime in isolation, in individual for the Zohar, all the 5 times, different people, on and off. My question is that we also do Friday prayer with khutbah every Friday. So,
yes.
So is it permissible from Sunnah or whatever?
Permissible for what?
To to offer the Friday prayer?
If it is a Jummah prayer, if it is Friday and it is at the time of Zohar, and even if you have 2 or 3 people, Jummah you have to lead. You have to lead the Jummah.
Which khutbah we can do?
Yes, inshallah. One of you can give the adhan. The other person can, even one ayah of the Quran in Arabic and translation and reflecting on the meaning of it,
right.
Your Jummah is accepted, inshallah.
Because few people used to say that until you have the 5-time prayers.
No. It is not the condition. It is not the condition that Jummah can only be prayed in the prayer in the masjid where there are 5 daily prayers. No, Jummah can be prayer like Rasulullah sallam. He sent the Sahaba, and the Sahaba used to pray in a country where there was not even Jamaat being established. There wasn't any masjid, but they used to pray the Jummah prayers. Alhamdulillah.
And one more thing related to this question. My son is in a school. Can they arrange, the Jummah prayer, like, any khutbah or something, and then start? And
yes, you can help him. You can help him, and it's a good start. Alhamdulillah, may Allah make him the leader of the ummah, inshallah.
So what type of khutbah they can do? Basically, they are, 16, 15, 17 years old,
Yeah, but the first thing is that he should know what he is reading. It can be one ayah, it can be one hadith, and could be appealing to the boys there. Anything that is beneficial to the youth, anything that could be beneficial to the youth, to how to tolerate with the non-Muslims, how to behave outside in the country, in the society, how we can. So this can be, briefly can be discussed with the beautiful, guidelines from Rasulullah sallam, his akhlaq and adab. That can be, taught to the children, and your son can be a role model for them.
And is there any minimum number of person, 1, 2, or 3, or?
If you have 2 people, you can pray the Jamaat, inshallah.
Any specified Jummah khutbah or something like that?
No, the Jummah khutbah should be in Arabic, part of it, and then whatever you have to address the people, that should be in your language, in any language you want.
Thank you, Jazakallah.
Barakallah fiqh, inshallah. Barakallah fiqum. My brothers and sisters, it's a time for the break. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم
This program is funded by the Dawah Project subscribers.
Introducing Migo and Ali, Love for the Prophets, a brand new book by Zainab Mian. Explore multiple stories about the prophets of Islam, from Adam to the final prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in 164 glorious pages with full color illustrations. Suitable for children aged between 4 and 12 and published by Muslim Children's Books in partnership with the Dawah Project. Order today by visiting muslimchildrensbooks.co.uk.
Where can you go for your perfect 14 nights holiday? Travel Express is offering you a lifetime trip, 2 weeks of full pleasure and spiritual experience. Flying from London to Jordan, where you'll experience some of the oldest Islamic sites. The experience will take you back to thousands of years of history. Pray Al-Jumu'ah at Masjid Al-Aqsa. As part of the package, Makkah Al-Mukarramah is your next destination where you'll perform your Umrah prayers. Medina Al-Munawwara is the land where Islam was introduced. Welcome to the city of the Prophet. This fantastic offer includes accommodation, all local transportation, tours and flights. For more details, please contact us on 08000 14 14 19 or website www.hajjandumrahexpress.com. This could be the most fulfilling trip you ever dreamed of. Doctors, professionals, community leaders, parents and grandparents, whichever role you're in, you want to get ahead and succeed in it. Oasis Crescent is the wealth manager that can manage your savings in an ethical, sustainable and Sharia compliant manner. From as little as £100 per month or a one-off lump sum of £1,000, you can begin your journey to reach your financial goals. Contact Oasis today on 0808 238 7543 or visit oasiscrescent.com. Commitment unwavering.
Ilma is an exciting Islamic lifestyle e-magazine exploring religion, spirituality, social issues, health, culture, world cuisine and style. With a global readership of over 100,000, Ilma is now available to download as a brand new app on your tablet or smartphone. You can enjoy all this fantastic educational content from the palm of your hand. Ilma magazine brought to you by the Dawah Project, spreading Islam through digital media. For more information and advertising opportunities, please call 0207 330 1744.
This winter, an already difficult situation becomes critical in some countries as temperatures drop below -17 centigrade, leaving homeless children vulnerable. For just £20, you can provide a child with warm blankets and clothing to see them through the bitter winter months. Will you give them warmth? Visit orphansinneed.org or call 0207 100 88 66.
A once-in-a-lifetime educational and historical tour in Umrah. Join me, Ajmal Masoor, for a unique insight into the three holiest sites of Islam, Al-Aqsa, Makkah and Medina. Visit key places of importance in Jerusalem, Jordan, Medina, Makkah, and exclusive tour of Taif, Arabian night dinner, 5-star hotels. Yes, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity not to be missed. Hurry, limited seats. Book now on 020 3540 6355.
This program is funded by the Dawah Project subscribers.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome viewers to our program. After the break, this is Islamica and I'm your host Abdul Majid Ali. I think I was told that we have so many callers waiting for the call, so we'll take the call directly inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Yes, what's your question?
Alaikum assalam.
Yeah, what is your question?
Is it alright for ladies to wear nail polish while they're praying, or do they have to wear their nail polish then then pray?
Okay. Yeah, what's the next question?
Or do they have to wear? Then do they have to wear their nail polish? Then do they have to do wudu then pray, or are they allowed to pray straight away?
Okay, I will explain about it. Inshallah, no problem. Do you have any other question? Okay, next caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Brother, just want to ask, my wife, she had a problem with the wudu. Sometimes for 2 rakats she has to keep wudu. Sometimes she can read all namaz like for Zuhr. So in that case, if I take my wife to namaz Jummah, so does she? Because sometimes in the masjid, the woman, she does have any facilities for a wudu. So in that case, shall I read namaz in one wudu or just do again?
Okay, so that means she has a problem with keeping up the wudu for the long time.
Sometimes.
Okay, that's fine.
And
Inshallah.
Second one is keep to upper the ankle.
Okay, it's for the man.
And no, it's for me. जो रखने के ऊपर से हम कई बार मैंने अपना ऊपर रखा हुआ था, लेकिन मैं उसको कहीं पर फोल्ड करते कहीं कहते कि आप इसमें नमाज नहीं पढ़ सकते.
ठीक है.
That's only two questions I have.
Okay, inshallah. Barakallah. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, can I take a next call? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yes.
I just have a question actually.
Yes.
It's regarding if a woman is on her menstrual cycle and she goes over her 7 days or sometimes more than 10 days or 12 days, is she allowed to pray after a certain amount of days, or is she has to wait completely for it to be cleared off?
Okay, I'll answer this. Stay on the line, inshallah. I'll answer all the questions together, inshallah.
Okay.
Do you have any other question?
No, thank you.
Okay, that's fine. Inshallah, I'll answer that. Can I take a next call? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Yes.
I have two questions. The first question is, if a person does not have the intention to fast the following day, but then in the morning, for example, let's say they wake up at 10 or 11, can they still have the intention of fasting even though they didn't eat anything and stuff like that?
Is it the first fasting or?
No, general Mondays and Sunnah fast.
Yeah, and that person when he woke up didn't have anything before that, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll answer that question, yes. Any other question do you have?
Hello.
Yes?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Oh, actually, I wanted to ask a question is regarding ruqya.
Yes?
There's a hadith that states regarding 70,000 people who would enter Jannah without reckoning because they did not practice ruqya.
Okay.
And they put their trust in Allah. So I didn't quite understand that. Does that mean that we shouldn't seek ruqya or?
Okay, I'll explain this, inshallah. I'll explain. Barakallah fiik. First of all, my sister, that if you are regularly praying, then you should avoid using the nail polish, because sometimes when you lose your wudu and then second time when you want to do your wudu, it will be very difficult for you, for skin to reach water. So it is always advisable that you make wudu before, you should make wudu first, and then you can apply the nail polish or wear the nail polish if you want. And afterwards, when second time again you want to do it, then at least make sure that the edges, the sides of the fingers should have, that thickness is removed, so that when you make wudu, the water reaches there. So that's the only advice I can give you. As far as the woman, if she has got a gastric problem or a man has got a gastric problem where it is difficult for them to keep up with the wudu, then whatever the wudu that they have made for that particular prayer, even if it is Jummah prayer, and if the wudu broke in between, then they can complete everything that is related to the Jummah prayer. They can listen to the khutbah, and even they can pray the Jummah namaz, and then even the sunnahs of the Jummah namaz can be prayed in the same situation, same status, and then alhamdulillah, that's fine. And for Asr, they can make a new wudu for that. So the brother, yes, you can take your wife for the Jummah prayer and she can do everything that she wants to do that. And the second thing with regards to folding of the pants and to, just to make your ankles visible, that's not from the sunnah. Either you keep it without, either you wear your pants which are covering your ankles and leave it, don't do it only for the salah, because that the command of Rasulullah to uncover your ankle or to expose your ankle, it's all the time. It's not for the salah. So if you do it for the salah, that's wrong. Don't do it for the salah. If you have done it and somebody says your salah is not valid, that's also wrong. Your salah is valid, but it is a wrong practice of doing that in the salah with this intention that you want to uncover your ankle. So don't do that with the salah. With regards to the menstrual cycle, yes, my sister, you can pray immediately after your regular days. For example, if you were regularly having the problem menstrual cycle for 7 days, that was your regular time days. And then after sometimes you have a problem, then it has exceeded 7 days, then definitely after 7 days you can take a ghusl and you can continue with all your rituals of ibadah, salah and fasting, and even if you're bleeding. So that bleeding, the second bleeding after 7 days is not counted as your menses. So you are clean, you can take shower and you can continue with that. So it can be 7 days, regular 7 days, or it can be 10 days, regular days. So if you should know how many days were the regular days that you used to have. Beyond that, then you can take a ghusl and continue with your prayers. Yes, my brother, if you have if you want to fast on a day when you woke up and it was already sunrise, and you didn't take anything before that, then inshallah you can continue with the intention, because Rasulullah used to do that. Whenever he used to come to his wife's house in the morning and he would ask that, do you have anything to eat or to serve for the breakfast? They would say sometimes yes, so he would eat. And sometimes they would say no. Then he would say, okay, then I'll observe the fast for that particular day. So you can do that, inshallah, it's a sunnah. With regards to the ruqya, definitely yes, there's a hadith that you don't ask for someone to do ruqya on you, and you will be amongst those 70,000 people who will be in the Jannah for, without question answer. But that does not mean in Islam that if a person is suffering from a spiritual problem, from evil eye or black magic or possession of the jinn or anything, any spiritual problem, that does not mean that that person keep on suffering and not take the medicine. Because taking the medicine, whether you are ill, spiritually or physically, taking the medicine is the main sunnah and the regular sunnah of Rasulullah. That is why all the books of ahadith, you have a book, one particular specific book called Tibbun Nabawi. Tibbun Nabawi is a medicine of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Why if the medicine is not needed and you put your trust in Allah and you keep on suffering, and if Allah wants to cure you, so why this chapter and why this whole book is there in all the books of ahadith? This shows that medical treatment for your health is compulsory. It's compulsory. You should not let yourself suffer like that, because if you don't take the medical treatment for your health, then you are going against the sunnah of Rasulullah. And if you don't want to go for the ruqya, then take other means. Do your adhkar by yourself, listen to the Surah Al-Baqarah, listen to Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas, or read by yourself. Alhamdulillah, this is all treatment. But if you don't want that, and you don't even like to do this, or you can't do this, then it's wrong. You should not keep yourself suffering like that. Inshallah. Yes, can I take a next call? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Yes, what's your question?
What shall I say? My boyfriend is Muslim, and we're getting married in like a week in a mosque. I'm not Muslim, and all I wanted to know is that.
You want to become Muslim?
Yeah, we're getting married in like a week in a mosque.
You're going to get married to a Muslim man?
Yeah, in a week.
And you don't want to be Muslim?
Yeah, I want to be Muslim, yeah.
You want to be Muslim, or you don't want to be Muslim?
Yeah, I want to be a Muslim.
So you want to be Muslim now?
No.
Then when?
When we get married, basically.
Can you guarantee that you're going to live that long?
Yeah.
I can't guarantee myself. My sister, become Muslim now. Forget about the marriage. Allah will bless your marriage too. But if you want to become Muslim, don't delay it. If you are convinced with Islam, and you know what Islam is, and you know how to become a Muslim, what are the conditions, you should say yes to it immediately. You should not wait for the life.
Yeah, all I wanted to know really is more about Allah.
Okay, then take time and learn more about it, and then inshallah be Muslim, inshallah.
Okay.
Barakallah fiki, inshallah. Yes, can I take a next call? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum salam. Alaykum salam.
Yes, brother.
Can I talk?
Yes, you can talk to me, yes.
Alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
Yes, my brother.
Alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
Yes, what's your question?
I can talk to you?
Yes, you can talk to me.
Okay.
Yes, can I take a next call? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes.
My question is that my mother has 6 gold bangles worth £3,000, and she has about £5,000 money in her bank account. The question I want to ask is that she wants to give those 6 gold bangles to my sister. There's 3 brothers and 1 sister. She wants to give the 6 gold bangles to our sister. Is it permissible for her to do that?
As gift? Does she want to give this as a gift to the sister?
That's right, yes.
She has to give equal amount to her other sons also. Otherwise she cannot.
Or would it be double for sons and...
No. Gifts is equal.
Right.
Gift is £1 for the daughter, £1 for the son, £1 for another son, like that. So it's,
right, okay.
Gift is equal.
So if my mother had, say, many thousands of pounds in her bank account, would it have been allowed then? Or, because the reason I'm asking is that £3,000 worth of gold bangles in comparison to £5,000 in the bank account is quite a large amount. But if the money in the bank account had been, say, 50,000, would it have been okay then?
No, if suppose your mother is giving 1,000 to the sister as gift, then she should give 1,000 to other brothers too, other sons of her too.
Right, okay, that's fine.
So it's not 3,000, it's not 6 bangles, whatever the amount she wants to give to the girl as gift, because Islamically she should be sharing equal with all the children. There should not be any partiality. Even the other children may not be in need, but gifts should be given equally to all of them.
Right, okay. And the second part of the question is, if out of the 4 siblings, if one was in more financial need because their circumstances are difficult, and the other 3 are, let's say, doing very well, under those circumstances, can a parent give one more under those circumstances? Is that possible?
That can be done with the consensus and the agreement of the children too, because as I said, gift cannot be changed. Gift cannot be changed. But if you find that your other children are also in need, and one of them is more in need, then you can use your other means of helping, but not as gift.
I see, I understand.
Inshallah.
Okay, Jazakallah khair.
Barakallah fiqh, inshallah. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Yes, can I take a next caller? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Brother, I just want to know that as that one is talking about that, if I have got some money or some assets, and I have got 1 son and 1 daughter, so if I want to give them, how come can I divide them? Is it just like that? One share?
No, my sister, when you are giving gift in your lifetime, then it should be equal. 50,000 to the girl, 50,000 to the boy.
No, I'm not talking about the gift like that. It is just got what is
called inheritance. Inheritance, if it is warasat can only be distributed after the death of the person.
Hello?
Not in the lifetime.
No, just like that, I'm going to write down for the children.
If you even write in the will be after the death, the will be applied according to the hadith ayah of Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4.
I want to know about that. I have got 2 children, 1 son and 1 daughter. So can you tell me how much I can divide?
Normally, when you have 1 daughter and 1 son, then you have to consider your 1 son as 2 daughters. Make them like 3 daughters.
The son will take double of the daughter.
Yes. So you can have 3 daughters together, and divide your wealth into 3 portions. Your 1 daughter will get 1, and the remaining 2 portions will go to the boy.
Okay, and like that, if I want to give someone in my, like some charity or something else, or I want to give
that
someone...
you can give from 1/3 of your wealth. If you have got 3,000 saved, then 1,000 can be used for the charity and 2,000 will be for the inheritance, the heirs.
And then the 1,000, that charity, it could be given to the relatives.
It can be given to anyone that you want, inshallah.
Anyone of that.
Yes, inshallah.
Okay, shukriya, jazakallah khair.
Barakallah
Brother, I need to ask you one more question about Sharia.
Yes.
But I don't want to talk to on the... Here, I just want the private phone number so I can talk.
Yeah, inshallah, after the show, you can take the number from the studio, inshallah.
Okay, thank you, jazakallah.
Barakallah feek. Assalamu alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Yes, can I take a next caller? Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. You just answered a question regarding a woman's menstruation after a normal period. You said she's allowed to carry on praying and fasting as normal.
Yes.
So will she be allowed to have intercourse with her husband as well?
Definitely. If the prayers are allowed, fasting is allowed, why we deprive the man with his rights or a woman of her rights? It is allowed, inshallah.
Okay, thank you.
Barakallah feeki, yes, inshallah. Yes, can I take a next call? Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
शेख साहब आपसे मैंने भी सवाल पूछा था तखने से ऊपर रखने वाला
जी जी मैंने जवाब दिया था उसका
जब मैं नमाज के लिए हर वक्त किए हुए होते हैं कि मेरे ट्राउजर कई बार लंबे थे पहले जो मैंने नीचे किए होते थे हमेशा हर वक्त अब मेरे ऊपर ही होते हैं तो उस में फोल्ड करना भी बेहतर है या क्या नमाज
जब ऊपर है तो फिर फोल्ड करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है आपको
मेरे को फिर जब अकल नहीं थी तो लंबी
कोई मसला नहीं है कोई मसला नहीं अकल नहीं होती अल्लाह माफ कर देगा इंशाअल्लाह कोई बात नहीं वालेकुम अस्सलाम व रहमतुल्लाह. Yes, the brother was asking that he didn't know the ruling is in Islam with regarding the how to fold the pants while praying. So he was doing something which out of ignorance. I said to him, I translated to him, there's something that you have done out of ignorance and he didn't know the rulings. Inshallah, Allah will forgive you. So don't bother yourself for that, alhamdulillah. And don't do this in future, folding, because it's not from the sunnah. Alhamdulillah, jazakallah khair. Can I take a next call? Assalamu alaikum. Yes, brother.
My question is there any tips for waking up for tahajjud? And can a person use, for example, his phone and read looking inside?
In the Hajj?
Sorry? In tahajjud.
In tahajjud?
Is there any tips for waking up for tahajjud?
Okay. The best thing is that you sleep on time after your Isha prayer. If you don't have any other activities, religious activities or important activities, then it's better to go to bed and just before the Fajr, 1 hour before the Fajr, set up your time and inshallah wake up for the tahajjud prayer, because that is the best time that you can pray your tahajjud, and then you can continue with your Fajr and then you can go to bed if you want till you wake up for your job, inshallah. That's the tip I can give you, because if we sleep with intention, with this intention on time that we want to wake up for the tahajjud as well as for the fajr, Allah will help you inshallah. Yes, can I take a next call? Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Yes?
Sheikh, I wanted to ask, I keep seeing my grandma dead in my dreams, so I just wanted to...
Is she alive?
Yeah, she's alive, but she's quite
alive.
elderly, she's a bit poorly.
Okay, then you have to look after her more before she dies. So that is the reason you are seeing her more all the time in your dream. And because we say that use me before you lose me. So use her by serving her properly to please Allah before you lose her.
Okay, just she's in a different country.
Yeah, so whatever the means you can. Or if you think that she needs some physical help, then hire a servant for her who can look after her if the people are ignoring her.
Okay, inshallah.
Barakallah feek, inshallah. Theek hai. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Yes, brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. See, we had to drop your line even earlier because you are just listening to the television or you are listening to, I don't know, you have a question or not, but you are saying assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. Can I take a next call? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes?
Brother, I have a question. I've got two questions. The first question is regarding the student loan. What the Sharia says regarding the student loan? Because I know, there's some criteria you have to ask?
It is allowed, inshallah. It is allowed, my sister. I've already... See, if you are arguing with me, then I cannot explain. But I have already answered on Islam channel. And Sheikh Haytham al-Haddad, Hafidhullah, has also given a detailed answer for that. And there are scholars who are, saying it's not allowed because it falls into the category of interest and riba. So, alhamdulillah, but general understanding of mine, inshallah, is it is permissible. So you can take either our fatwa or fatwa of our senior scholars if you want, inshallah. It's up to you. But generally I'm saying it is halal. What's your next question? What's your next question? What's your next question? Okay. Can I take a next call? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Yes.
जी ब्रदर मैं उर्दू में पूछ सकती हूँ?
जी पूछ सकती हैं आप. हमारा शो बंद करवा देंगे आप पूछकर. चले बोले.
जी बहुत शुक्रिया ब्रदर. वो मैं कैप्सूल ले आई हूँ कार्ड लिवर ऑयल के, तो वो घर लाई तो पता उस लड़के ने कहा को नहीं जले थी, गुजारा ही तो है थी. तो लेकिन मुझे वो टीवी पर इस्लाम चैनल पर आते हैं, कहते हैं ये कहीं प्रोसेस से गुजरती है तो खा सकते हैं. बताइए अब मैं वो क्या करूँ उनको?
नहीं, मैंने भी सुना था वो उनका जवाब बिल्कुल दुरुस्त है. क्योंकि जब आप फोन को बंद कर दें प्लीज. आप फोन को बंद कर दें. तो देखें, जेलेटिन का जो मसला है, जब कोई चीज असल शक्ल में जो होती है और उसके बाद वो खाने के अंदर मुख्तलिफ पकवान के तरीके से गुजरती है, उसके बाद जब वो खाने की शक्ल में आ जाती है तो उसकी वो असल चीज जो होती है वो खत्म हो चुकी होती है. जब वो चीज असल खत्म हो गई तो उसका हुक्म भी बदल जाता है. Okay, my brother and sister, she was asking about one of the sheikhs. I did listen to his answer, mashallah. I got the chance to just put on Islam channel and the sheikh was giving the answer with regards to the gelatin mixed into... with regards to the gelatin mixed into the food. So the sheikh has given this answer and she was inquiring about it, whether the answer was right or not. MashaAllah, the answer was correct, because when you have a product which is mixed in the food or in the process of making final product, when it goes to different procedure of cooking, fermentation and changing of one product from another into different ways of cooking, when it comes to our final product as food, and that thing which was as known as gelatin mix in it, it is no more gelatin as it is. So once the thing is gone and the thing is its originality is disappeared, the ruling is also gone. So that is what I was explaining to her. Alhamdulillah, the answer is correct. So it is a time for us to leave you now. Barakallah feekum. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم.
This program is funded by the Dawah Project subscribers.
Burgerster Brothers. Extraordinary gourmet burgers. Now open in Piccadilly Circus.
The things we see, the places we go, the people we love. All of these bring spiritual balance to our lives. At Suna Musk, our fragrances are designed to stir up the spirituality in all of us. Suna Musk are more than fragrances. They conjure up the original emotions captured by the old masters. Suna Musk. everlasting fragrance.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Visit mubaraklondon.com.
Love breaks you. It's cold and painful. Love is holding on tight. And sometimes it's letting go. Love is not closing your eyes when you hate what you see. So keep your eyes and your heart open and share your love.